Hello, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Before I start my speech, I wanted to start by stating that I am in big trouble when it comes to the requirements for my final video. I tried for several days to get an audience together, and it kept falling through. I don't know if it's the holidays, people are busy, and because I'm not from here, I don't have many friends and I don't know many people, and I just got lucky enough to not be able to have an audience tonight. On top of that, I hurt my knee and I can barely stand up, so I'm just gonna have to take those L's for my grade. But I just wanted to start off by stating that I am totally aware that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. But I hope that this speech will kind of explain some of the circumstances that I've dealt with over the past 20 years and why it's hard for me to make arrangements like that. So without further ado, here's my speech. So imagine being 10 years old and watching everything that you know, your home, routines, family and friends, all disappear overnight. I lived through that moment when Hurricane Katrina hit and took that life that my parents worked so hard to build for our family. I was 10 years old and my sister was 7 years old, and looking back, I am so thankful that I went through that, because it has shaped who I am today, and I have my parents to thank for that. So today I want to honor the two people who taught me what true perseverance looks like, and that is my mom and my dad. They showed so much resilience through their actions during the beginning points of Katrina. You know, I was 10 years old, but to some that might sound young, but to me, that was when I was immediately having to grow up. My parents stayed so strong. I never saw them break. And I know that because I never felt completely broken, even though everything seemed to be breaking around me. Right after Katrina hit, we got in the car and drove all the way to Arkansas. And my dad immediately got a job. He worked nonstop, day in, day out. My parents together swallowed their pride and took us to lunches and functions that helped feed and clothe any of the refugees at that time. And I just can't imagine all of the things that my parents had to do in order to just make it by. And as the years passed, they gave me more than security. They gave me a blueprint for adulthood. They taught me at such a young age what I had to do. Every time I fell down, I had to get back up. And every time I fall down, I always can hear my dad in the back of my head telling me, so you got to keep going. It's okay. Those small things don't matter. And even today in this speech, I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm totally failing this because I'm not reaching those requirements. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is that you keep going. Whether you feel like you're failing or not, you've got to keep going. And because of those bad circumstances that I went through when I was younger, my parents shaped that for me, and they taught me this lifelong strength that not only I use now as an adult, but I'm now using as a parent. And I hope to shape how I respond to things when life gets rough in front of my daughter, and any other kids that I ever have, because, you know, we all have those moments that shape us, and my parents going through that will always show me how they got back up when they were down, and I will continue to do the same. And I hope that you can hear my story about myself and my parents, and I hope that you can feel that same story inside of you, because you have that story too. You just have to dig deep, realize that sometimes you get down and you need to get back up again. And it might not always be from your parents, but it was for me, and there's something in there for you too. Thank you.